Hi everyone, it's Graham here with a quick review for you. I'm not going to review this iPhone, but I just wanted to show you this. Now, I started running a couple of years ago, and I used to use to get to have a little bit of music while I'm running. I used to use this couple of plug-in earphones, right, into my iPhone and listen to my music while I'm running, because it helps a bit. It sort of motivates you, gets you running, gives you something to listen to while you're running. But I did find that using the wire used to get tangled up, and you have to sort of wrap it around your neck and all sorts of things. So it was a little bit difficult. Plus the iPhone had to be in my pocket or somewhere like that. So that was a bit difficult. So I've just had a birthday, and son's bought me these, which are bone conduction headphones. Z8 Bone Conduction Headphones, and they are quite good. So this is what they look like. With the headphones you get a couple of earplugs, because these don't actually go in the ear, they go on the outside of your ear. I'll show you that in a minute. Just on the outside of your ear, they don't actually go into the ear. Also with it, there's a USB charger, so you can charge it up, and it's Bluetooth, so I can connect it to my iPhone. It doesn't have to be actually wired to the iPhone, so it's wire free, as it were. Connect it to the iPhone, and I can play my music and even receive calls, obviously, while I'm running. So yeah, it'll connect to any Bluetooth device, which is good. So you could connect it to a Bluetooth speaker or anything like that. Well, if you weren't running, you're sitting at home, you want to listen to some music, you can connect it to a Bluetooth speaker or a Bluetooth radio or something like that. So yeah, I'm finding this quite good, especially for running, because as I say, it's wireless. So what else can I tell you about it? HD sound quality, meets environmental standards. It's lightweight, yeah, certainly lightweight, very light in fact. Sweat proof, which is important when you're running. And there's as you can see there's a power button on the side of it. A volume, so you can turn the volume up and down while you're running. USB charging port, which we've already mentioned, and then there's a multifunction button, which you can skip your music, end a call if you get a call, answer the call and switch to the next song or whatever. That's a speaker type. They're bone conduction speakers, as I say. Playback time up to 5 hours, depending on volume. That's information about the battery. It's rechargeable, as I say. It's rechargeable. Frequency range, wireless range. Now this is how we put it on on your head. It sort of goes around the back, and then the earphones go in front of your ear, not actually inside your ear. The only thing I did find, I wanted to read an audio book, or listen to an audio book I should say, in bed, and with that wire or that band going round the back of your head, it wasn't very comfortable to sit back on the pillow and listen to my audio book, because it was sort of hanging a bit off of my head. So yeah, so that's not brilliant, but for running it's okay. Another thing I did find, that the first 5 minutes, I've used it twice now, and about the first 5 minutes of my run, it's cutting out, the music cuts out for about a couple of seconds and then cuts back in again, and then after a few seconds or perhaps half a minute, it'll cut out again and then cut back again, cut back in again. And that sort of happened for the first 5 minutes of my run, but then for the rest of the run, I normally run for about half an hour. I do a 5k run, nothing spectacular, because I'm getting on a bit now. I'm 68, you know, running. I know people do run marathons at my age, but I'm not quite up to that standard yet, so I only run about 5k, and it takes me about 30, 32, 33 minutes, something like that. So for the rest of the run, for about the first 5 minutes it cuts out, keeps cutting out, and then for the rest of the run it's fine. It plays perfectly. So I don't know whether that's my data signal while I'm out and about, or whether it's the phone that I'm using. I don't know. So I'm not sure whether that's going to be the same for everybody, but just to warn you that may happen. But for the rest, as I say, for the majority of the run, it's perfectly fine. The beauty about it is that when you're wearing these, you can actually hear traffic noise, or people coming up behind you on bicycles or whatever, trying to get past you. Whereas when you've got your earphones in, very often you can't hear that. But if you don't want to hear outside noise, you can pop the earphones in. If you're just sitting at home or reading listening to your music at home, you can pop earplugs in, and then you won't get the outside noise. But I would recommend, if you're running, that it's best to actually use it without earphones, so that you can hear the traffic, or hear what's going on around you. Yeah, so this is it. It's called you get a little instruction book, which it's not particularly doesn't tell you a lot really, because I suppose there isn't a lot to tell you about it. When you want to pair it to your device, you just press the button and keep it held down, and it pairs to the device, either to your phone or whatever device you're using. So yeah, so that's it. It's called the Z8 Bone Induction Headphones. You can get it on Amazon, so I'll put a link in the description below. So if you're interested in that, pretty good for running, I think. It saves all the hassle with wires and things, which I used to sort of run around the back of my neck and up inside my sleeve, because the wires used to get sort of tangled up, so you had to be careful that it wasn't. And then the earphones used to pop out occasionally. I had to pop them back in again. So yeah, so these little headphones, absolutely brilliant. So yeah, okay, that's it. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and we'll see you on the next video. Cheers for now.